My friendships I thought were very close tripled in closeness like after I came out to them, because you realize you're just sharing half your life. Being gay for me was, is a large part of who I am. I'm Paul Robinson and I'm a gay man. Back when I was a kid and when I was growing up, there really weren't any gay guys around. I didn't have any gay friends. I didn't know anyone gay. All my friends were straight. It really made it difficult for me because I just sort of pushed it away as if it didn't exist or it would go away if I ignored it, which we all know does not happen. Through the years, especially in high school, it was very difficult because I was dating women, so I felt like such a fraud. And I think I was around 26 when I first started dating this guy who was actually out of the closet. And I fell head over heels for this guy. And he was tormenting me and dragging me around. And the whole time, I couldn't tell my friends that he was a guy, so I kept saying, oh, she's breaking my heart. Oh my God, she's just dragging me around. She's hot and cold. She's completely playing with my mind. And then finally I told this friend of mine, I said, I can't do this anymore. The girl I keep talking about, well, she's actually a guy. And she just goes, duh. So when you hear those kind of things, you start to think, well, why didn't I come out? I really wish I had. So check, one person was fine, so that made it a little easier. Another friend, nobody had any issues with it except me. But then the big thing is your family. But my mom, I thought it wasn't gonna be a big deal, and you think that there's no way that she doesn't know, because she and I had conversations over and over again about, gay rights and things like that. And it's so much easier just to say, oh, they already know, so that way I don't have to deal with it and I don't have to say anything. So I would just let it go. And then all of a sudden, Out Magazine was doing this little story on me. I guess I didn't really think it through. And the day before it was gonna come out, they gave me an advance copy, and it said, openly gay photographer director Paul Robinson. And I just was like, oh, oh wow. I mean, what now? Like, wow, I guess I'm really gay. It's out there. And then I started thinking, wow, my mom has a lot of gay friends, but she knows. But what if she doesn't know? Well, she didn't know. And so I called her and she said, I just feel so awful. She goes, I didn't get that from you at all. I had no idea. And she said, and it really upsets me because if you didn't tell me, that means that you're ashamed of it. And you should never, ever be ashamed of anything you are, ever. And I just kind of like, wow, that's kind of amazing. I said, but Mom, it's not about you, it's about me. The worst part about it is that even after I came out to my mom, my dad and I were very close, but I just could not get up the nerve to come out to him. And which is just so awful because, it would have been great to have him to talk to and everything like that. But I never told him, never came out, and then he passed away. And you just kind of think, you're like, wow, I missed that opportunity for the most ridiculous reason. Like, it wasn't even the other people, it was me. Like, I was my own worst enemy. I'm the one who was creating all this turmoil for myself. Okay, this photo is from when I was a senior in high school. I would say that this was probably the craziest time for me as far as inner turmoil and trying to deal with being gay. And I'll say there's an incident specifically that happened to me, and I one of my very good friend's brother kind of hit on me. He asked me to meet him at my dad's house because my dad wasn't home. So it was a place where we could actually be alone. And my sister apparently had the same idea. And she came home. I freaked out, sent the guy out the back door in his underwear, all his clothes. He jumps over the fence. I mean, she almost busted us by that much. And so the entire rest of that year, I think it became even more more straight. I just ran so far from being gay. If I could go back in time and tell my 17-year-old self one thing, I would say, be yourself. Don't try and be someone that you're not, because I think that's sort of the route to the most trouble and the most turmoil and that I think I went through in high school, was not being myself.